Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Janelle Veronica and I post makeup videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So if you absolutely love your makeup, make sure that you subscribe and join the family here in Makeup Land. For today's makeup, I have some Nars, some Juvia's Place, some Laura Mercier. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be going in with the Ace Beauty. Is it Ace Beauty or Ace Beaute? Floral Vintage Eyeshadow Palette. This is what the palette looks like. It is so pretty. Absolutely love this palette. So that is what I'm going to be using for my eyeshadow today. So with that said, let me get to priming and let me get some makeup on my face. Alright guys, you already know the deal. I am going in with my favorite primer, which is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. You don't need a lot of this primer. It is such a big bottle and it lasts so long. Alright, primer has dried down, nice and tacky on the skin. I'm going to go in with my foundation. For my foundation today, I'm going to dust off my oldie but very reliable foundation. It's full coverage, it's matte and I love it. This is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Marquises. Just going to go in and dot that all over the face. I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and just start to blend that foundation out. And my sponge is always damp. Alright, look at the finish on that Nars Soft Matte Foundation. It is so good, full coverage. It is such a beautiful foundation and I absolutely love it. I'm going to do some concealing and highlighting of my face. For my concealer, I'm going in with a drugstore concealer, but it's a good one. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer, and I'm going in with the shade 420 Cocoa. I like to conceal my mustache a teensy bit, not too much on the forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and then a little bit on my chin. While that concealer dries down and gives me fuller coverage, because when you let your concealers dry down for a little bit, you get fuller coverage, and I'm a full coverage kind of babe. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love full coverage. I'm going to contour with the Black Opal Stick Foundation in the shade Ebony Brown. I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics number 3 brush and just start to blend that contour out. When I get to my hairline, I work it backwards. When I get to my forehead, I work it backwards into my hairline. Alright guys, contour is blended out, and that black Opal stick foundation, if you've never tried it as a contour, give it a try. It comes in so many shades. It blends out easily. It gives a little bit of coverage to the face as well, since it is a stick foundation, and I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. I'm going to switch to a callus sponge and blend my concealer out, starting at my chin onto the forehead in pattern motions, so that I can control exactly where that concealer goes. Down the bridge of my nose, then onto the under eye. And I went a little bit darker with my concealer today. I don't want to be too highlighted. I want a more flawless, you know, like a nice subtle highlight. So that's why I went in with 420. I can also go in with 415 if I just want a little bit more brightness. But those two shades work for me perfectly. I'm going to set my concealer down, and I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Translucent Honey. Watch this powder. This powder just melts right into the concealer. I'm going to dip my sponge into the powder, dab the excess off on the back of my hand, then go in and set that concealer down. And I'm basically just setting down all of those areas where I would have gone in with that concealer. On my chin. This Laura Mercier powder is so good. It just melts right in. It doesn't leave any flashback. It is such a good powder. I highlighted down the bridge of my nose with the concealer as well. So I'm just going to go in and set that area down. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with a Maybelline powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder in 375 Java. Alright, face is set and it is time for bronzer. I'm going in with the Morphe Glamabronze. This one is in the shade Prodigy. It's a nice rich brown shade. So pretty. And to bronze, I'm going to go in with the Ashley Lee P04 brush. You know, just to warm up the perimeter of the face. Make us look nice and sun-kissed. I'm also going to use that bronzer to sculpt my nose out. Then go back in with my sponge just to soften so that the nose contour and the nose sculpting does not look harsh. Alright guys, so I did my brows off camera just to save a little bit of time To prime my eyes for the eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep, Eye Prime, Eye Primer in shade number 2. And I'm going to go in and set it down with a little bit of the Laura Mercier powder so that the shadows don't skip while I'm applying them. Alright guys, so eyes are prepped and primed for the eyeshadow. As I said, I'm going in with the Ace Beauty Floral Vintage Eyeshadow Palette. I'm going to start by going in with the brown shade, a brown shade for my crease and my transition. It's called Globe Thistle, that shade in the palette. And I'm going in with my Morphe M434 blending brush. I'm just taking my time to build up that color. Alright, so I'm happy with that. That blended out so nicely. For the outer V of the eye and a little bit into the crease, I'm going to go into this deep plum shade. It's called Aster. And I'm going in with another Morphe M434 brush. I'm just building it up on the outer V of the eye, dragging it outwards and upwards. Alright, now that that has been blended out, I'm going to go in with a lid shade. For my lid, I'm going to go in with this peachy silvery shimmer shade. It's called Musk Rose, that shade in the palette. That lid shade is so pretty. I have a little bit of fallout. I'm going to go back in with the plum shade called Aster, just on the outer edge of the eye. For my lower lash line, I'm going to start by running a little bit of black pencil. This is the Decay New York Makeup Eye Pencil in black. And then going back into the plum shade that we have on the outer V called Aster, that shade in the palette, I'm just going to smoke out my lower lash line with that color. I'm going to go in with an inner corner highlight. There's this nice pinky lavender color. It's called Cherry Blossom. I think that's nice and light and should give me a pretty inner corner highlight. Alright guys, so eyes are done and the eye look is so cute. I love the shimmer shade and the purple on the outer edge, the outer V of the eye. I'm going to pop some lashes on. For lashes, I am going in with the Eyelure London Definition Full and Bold False Lash. Alright guys, so lashes are on and it's time to put some blush on. For my blush, I'm going in with a Palladio blush. This is the Palladio matte blush in the shade Velvetine. It's a nice mauvey blush. And I'm going in with my Real Techniques 400 blush brush. This Palladio blush, it is so pretty. It goes on very smooth. It's not patchy at all and I really like that about it. I'm going to highlight down the bridge of my nose and I'm going in with the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic highlighter in the shade Gilded Dawn. This is what it looks like. On the tip, you know, back in with my sponge to make sure that that's nicely blended. For my setting spray, I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. Alright, and my face is still a little bit wet. The setting spray is drying down, but I'm just going to go in and do my final step for under my eyes. If you've been around here for a while, you know that I like to incorporate this as a final step just to perfect my under eyes. Going in with the Morphe M554 tapered paddle brush, I'm going to dip into that Laura Mercier powder, shake the excess off. Then go in and perfect the under eyes, blend it nicely into the blush. And that just immediately smooths out the under eyes, have the under eyes looking nice and buttery and perfected. I'm going to move on to lips. I'm going to start by lining my lips with the NYX Lip Liner in the shade Hot Cocoa. It's a brown pencil. Alright, and the rain just started falling, but hopefully it's not too loud. for my lipstick today, I am going in with the L'Oreal Color Riche in the color Nude Intense, and it's 184 New Artistique. It's a nice deep plum shade. Alright guys, so lipstick is on, and that is such a pretty shade. It matches the eyes perfectly, but I'm going to top it off with a gloss. I'm going in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade called Amber. These smell so good. Alright guys, and that is the makeup look all complete. My nice cute full coverage makeup look. I love the tones of the eyeshadow that we went in with. The Ace Beauty Floral Vintage eyeshadow palette is such a cute eyeshadow palette. The Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. All of the girlies talk about this. It has been out for a while, but it is still one of the best full coverage foundations on the market, and I absolutely love it. The combination of the L'Oreal concealer and the Laura Mercier powder looks so smooth under my eyes. As I said, I didn't go too bright with my highlight today. I just wanted to pare it back and tone it down a little bit today. Alright, so I hope you guys like the makeup look. If you do, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. Alright, so until next time, be fantastic. I want you to have a fabulous week as always, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.